Minimal effective dose. Behind me is a graph, which actually you don't particularly need to see, that covers a number of concepts, one of which is the minimal effective dose. The minimum amount of something that essentially is worth doing, that gets some sort of progress. And often above that, there are diminishing returns. More may be more beneficial, but is twice as much, twice as beneficial. It's three times as beneficial, and so on. And actually often, past a certain point, not only are the diminishing returns, sometimes it has a negative impact. But the point I want to make here is to get a little bit more clear on what is the minimum effective dose for the things that you might desire doing, and hopefully to realise that it's perhaps less than we tell ourselves. Because part of the reason I believe that we stop completely is because we think the amount of something that we can do at that particular point, based on our commitments and everything that's going on, isn't worth doing. Whereas I would propose that it is. We think, I can't make 3 workouts per week down at Rise, I'll leave it till next week. Even though 2 workouts would still be more beneficial than none, 1 workout would be more beneficial than none. In fact, that first workout is the most beneficial. As I've said many times, take 2 otherwise identical twins. One has exercised once a week for the last 30 years. The one hasn't exercised at all in 3 decades. Are you telling me there is 0 difference between their health and fitness? There clearly is a difference. And that difference, I think, would be bigger than the difference in 2 twins who exercised once a week or twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week. It's diminishing returns. More sessions clearly are worth doing, but it's that first one that's most beneficial. And arguably, it's the first little bit of exercise that is most beneficial. Again, take 2 twins. One's banged out 5 minutes of burpees, hard and fast, once a week for 30 years. Again, are you telling me there is 0 difference between that person and the one that has never done any exercise at all? Clearly there is. And it's the same with our eating. The minimal effective dose really is just better than we could have done otherwise. Rather than stopping, as we might call it, and deciding to massively overconsume, could we just slightly overconsume? We realise we're going to eat in a surplus that day, but we use a bit of damage limitation and make it a surplus that we can average out. So in short, the minimum effective dose of exercise, of better eating choices, and probably anything that you might do in relation to making positive changes to your body, your health and fitness is probably lower than you think. You've probably always got time to do something each week and each month, which not only will benefit us, but will make more going forward more likely. Because ultimately, I think we all know that we're more likely to do 3 workouts next week if we've done 1 this week than if we did none this week at all.